Years ago, when I was working in a recording studio, I met a sound man named Gary. We weren't co-workers in the official sense. I just loved being in the studio, and he was one of the engineers who always treated me with respect. Over time, we became friends. When my DJ career took off, I left my hometown. Years later, when I returned, I found out Gary was struggling financially. And it wasn't because he lost his talent. It was during the period when the entire music industry took a major hit. Online music sharing, piracy, and shifting technology wiped out a lot of steady studio work. Engineers everywhere were feeling it, and Gary was one of them. I knew I couldn't just hand him charity. That would have gone against his pride and his talent. So I came up with a plan. A way for him to work with me without it feeling like a favor. I asked him to come to my shows and help shape my sound from the crowd. At first, it was simple. He'd walk the room and make adjustments so the audience heard what I intended. Then we started brainstorming. Why not get a snake and set him up in the back of the venue? Why not let him adjust the sound on the fly while I performed? Back then, I was switching between vinyl, CDs, and sometimes even tape reels, and you could hear the differences in punch and clarity. Having Gary out in the room solved that instantly. We ran that setup for years. My shows sounded better. My reputation grew, and Gary got back into the swing of things. Eventually, he started getting offers of his own, good ones, and I let him take them because the money was too good for him to pass up. I brought in other engineers when he was gone. But the moral of the story is simple. I didn't just get better sound. I helped a friend get back into the craft he loved, and here's the part that still makes me smile. Gary mostly didn't like the music I played, not at all. He was a rocker, hard rock, metal, classic rock, touring bands, that whole world. So after an ocean of disco, I'd slip in a couple of rock tracks just to keep him motivated back there. But even when the music genre wasn't his thing, he still showed up, still listened, and still made me sound incredible every single night. That's what a true professional looks like. Gary is no longer with us. He passed away last March, peacefully, in his sleep. But the impact he had on me, and on the way I think about sound, never left. This experience with Gary is actually the inspiration behind the story I shared a while back. That whole message about DJs needing FOH engineers didn't come from theory. It came from real life. I lived it. I saw what happens when a great engineer is missing, and I saw how everything changes when the right one is in the room. Gary was the spark that shaped the way I think about sound, performance, and collaboration. And if you're an audio engineer or experienced FOH engineer, please promote your services on local platforms, social media, community groups, even Craigslist. If we can't find you, we can't hire you. I've lost count of how many times I've played in another city and couldn't bring my engineer, only to struggle finding someone with experience and a good ear. By the way, if you want to hear my DJ mixes or original music, just search my DJ name anywhere. I am, literally, all over the place. If you want more insights like this, tap like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow.